What does that mean, left on red? Like, that's like read it and then respond?
Yeah. But Androids can't do that. Only Apple products.
They can do that.
They can?
Yes.
I never knew how to do that with Android.
Because you had an old bootleg Android. You finally got a job.
I purposely
and bought an
leave,
iPhone.
I leave
That's the
people on
problem.
red.
What?
Actually, with
Say it again. No. Say it again. You just confessed.
I mean, I want you to know if I don't respond to you, that I didn't
That
respond.
you hate them.
But at least with the iPhone, you can like a message. Like, hey, I'm kind of leaving you on red, but I can like the message and understand.
Is that what you do?
Yeah.
You just like the message and don't even say it.
If it's a conversation ending thing, it's just like,
Listen, that is like...
What do you want me to say? Shalom, brother.
That is...
How do you... I mean, there's a way you end messages. You just don't respond.
Yeah.
Just leaving them on red.
No.
So you open the message, you read it.
Say like, thank you, okay, goodbye, done, good night.
Nah,
I'm just messing. I don't do that at all.
I don't respond.
Like when you know it's over, it's over. Like whenever Katie read something like a couple years ago, and I still think about it today. When someone just puts "ha ha" back,
that's
the conversation's over. It's over.
An emoji, a haha, LOL, cool story.
Not an emoji. I mean, it just depends on what you say. Like sometimes I don't need to respond to it.
Or just okay, yes, really. Like just those are dead conversations.
Oh, and there's like haha is like,
yeah,
that's cool, man. I have better things to do in my life right now. That's why I love text messages. 100%. Don't call me unless it's important. Like,
I agree.
Like super important. I love text messages because then everybody.
Because then I can leave you on red.
Everybody has their time. Like I'll respond. You know, like you have a system to it. You have a system.
Yes. So don't abuse the phone call.
Yeah, but you got to know somebody. You know, don't send strangers weird messages.
Don't send strangers weird messages. So don't text me.
That's not how you get it. All right, so welcome to the podcast.
What is up, podcast people?
Welcome to the podcast world. Today. I'm the host today. I am the host today.
I'm an intern.
This guy doesn't know what he's doing.
Honestly,
welcome to the Three Strand Podcast.
Yeah, welcome to our Three Strand Podcast, people.
Maybe not. Maybe never.
We don't know what we're doing.
Maybe should you ever know what you're doing?
No, this would be our 25th episode now.
25.
And we have little mic stands now and a camera.
Are you in the top 1% now?
We're at least from a consistency standpoint, we're in the top 1%. Quality, we're working on it.
We're a work in progress. We're on the other 99.
But from a consistency standpoint, we're in the top 1%.
You've done it. You're in the top 1%. How does it feel to be in the top 1% today?
I mean, I just want to thank my mom, grandma. Shout out Julie. Shout out to all the. Actually, I think.
I mean, you may be terrible at a lot of things, but consistency is not one.
Come on,
you just keep coming back. It's like a gnat. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
You can't quite get it to go away, but
content is king. Back. Just keep going.
It just keeps coming back. Eventually, something's gonna stick. Eventually, you're gonna get sweaty.
That's about it.
Just gonna stick.
Come with 100 things, and about 10 of them will be good.
It's just I guess you're playing the odds, right?
Yeah. If we make at least 100 episodes, one of them is gonna take off.
That's a terrible investing strategy, but it works for content.
That's how we live our lives.
One of them's got to go viral at some point. At some point, someone's be like, "That is so good that I have to share it."
That's it.
Twice would be like viral.
That's so good.
Today is going to be so good.
Or we're just gonna fake it and just buy a bunch of ads and likes, and if we make it to 100 and we haven't made it by then,
no, that's just disrespectful.
All right, we'll stay real.
Don't sell your soul. You know, don't sell your soul for the world. What is it? What can you gain?
I don't want to gain the whole wide world
and forfeit your soul.
Did Toby Mac say that?
It's in the Bible, man. Jesus said that.
Yeah, Jesus said that. Toby Mac kind of put it in a song. Toby
Mac is back.
All right, what are we talking about today?
All right. So I have this thought.
Let's go.
I'm gonna throw it out there. Between
you throw it, they're gonna catch it.
The difference between knowing of somebody and knowing somebody.
Okay.
All right. What's the difference?
Knowing of somebody.
Yep.
I know of a lot of people. There's a lot of I love them, but there's a lot of old ladies that say what's up to me on a Sunday morning.
Right.
I don't know who they are.
Right.
Like they're like, oh Josh, I remember when you were in this talk, girl. I don't know who you are. But I love you, and I know of you, but I don't know who you are.
Well, they know of you.
Yeah.
You don't know them.
Yeah, I don't know them at all.
And so what's the difference between, like, someone that you know?
I know.
What are the dynamics that play in? Like, hey, I know this person knows me.
I know their first and last name. Probably know where they live. I know their
Names,
family.
location.
I could probably call them or text them quickly.
Okay, and they're going to respond.
Not
leave you on red.
I know probably what they're doing, like at least throughout the day, like where they're working, where they're at.
So
like
you
I
probably
know.
talk to them.
Yep.
Like you communicate.
Yep.
There's some
I know their
effort
likes,
there.
their dislikes.
You spent some time with them,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
You have a relationship.
There we go.
You have a relationship with them,
Yep.
right? Like you've spent time learning. If you met them somewhere, they'd be like, "Yeah, I know Josh," and you know them. Like you know each other, right?
Yeah.
And we have family relationships. We have friend relationships. Like the difference between knowing of somebody and knowing somebody is that you know them and they know you. There's a relationship.
Yep.
And that takes time, takes effort, takes trust, takes whatever you want to throw in there, right?
Yeah.
But I know of a lot of people.
Yep.
Thank God for the internet. We know of
Everybody.
everybody.
That's
really.
right.
Just type a name into Google. Like, I'm a huge sports fan. You're a huge sports fan.
Yeah.
You know of pretty much, guys, if you don't know, Josh is the king of Panther,
content podcast.
Panther statistics.
Yes.
And like the most random player, he'll be like, yeah, in 1995 in the expansion draft, here's the 32 players that we drafted.
Talk about it.
And know every one of their stats. Like he'll know how many kicks
So
John Casey
David
kicked
Tepper,
left-footed.
Dave Tepper, if you're watching our podcast, hook me up with some Panther tickets.
So, but like that. So Cam Newton, right?
Yeah.
I don't know Cam Newton.
No, but I know I can tell you his rookie passing yards, his touchdowns, his MVP season.
We know of Cam Newton, right? By the things that we see and can perceive. I can read his wiki page. I can go to ESPN.com. I can find out the name of...
You can check out his wardrobe, his outfits.
I can check out the name of his children. I know his wife's name.
Yep.
And I can probably act like I know Cam Newton.
Yep.
The moment I actually come into contact with Cam Newton, what is that man going to say when I'm like, yo, it's Cam?
He'd be like, who are you?
Who are you? Who are you? Like, we have no relationship.
Yeah.
I know everything about him. I could tell him, hey, I know that you can throw a ball 75 yards, right?
Yeah.
I know that you had all these stats. I know that you were an MVP. I know that you could do all these things and could probably tell other people all the things that Cam Newton can do.
Yep.
But I don't know Cam Newton. I don't have a relationship with him. He's not inviting me into his house when I show up saying, hey, I know all about you, of you, but I don't know you.
Yep.
And that is where we are with Jesus.
100%.
So many people know of Jesus.
Yep.
Everything. Like, they know a ton about
it's
Jesus.
all brain knowledge, right? It's all brain knowledge.
They've read his Wikipedia page, right?
Yeah.
They know his stats. They know what he can do, but they don't know him.
Yeah.
They have not been changed by him. They don't spend time with him. They don't put effort with him. They don't trust him. They're not built on that foundation. They're not sacrificing for him. There's zero relationship.
Yeah.
But they know of him. And it just struck me that way because...
That's a scary place to be.
Bro, but I've been there.
Yeah. We all have.
Look,
every
high
person's
school,
been there.
College, middle school, growing up as a pastor's kid. Look, I know of Jesus.
100%, yeah.
But I didn't really know Jesus until I came to the end of myself, my freshman year of college.
Mm-hmm.
Broken, caught in sin, all these things were tumbling down. And I was like, man, I know all of this about Jesus. But where is he?
Yeah.
Because I didn't have a relationship with him.
Yeah.
I hadn't spent the time. I knew everything about him, but I didn't know him. But that freshman year of college, I knew him. And I knew he knew me. I knew he was with me. And so when I read these verses, I was doing a chapel this past week. And when I read these verses, red letters from Jesus, he says, not everyone, in Matthew 7, not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven. Right? That they know his name.
Yeah.
Not everyone who says, Lord, Lord.
Lord, Lord Jesus, I know your name.
I know Cam Newton's name. I know LeBron James' name. Like, not everybody says, hey, let me in, let me in. But the one who does the will of my Father who is in heaven.
Mm-hmm.
You don't just know my name, but you know what I'm about.
Yeah.
and you know the things that I've asked you to do, that my Father has asked you to do, and you're doing those things. Because on that day, on the day that we are standing before Jesus face to face, on the last day before judgment, he says, many, that's a lot.
Not just one.
He's like, not just like some of y'all. He's like, many of you, painting this wide picture, right, will say to me, Lord, Lord. Okay, you know the name. You're acknowledging this person is important.
Yep.
Did we not prophesy in your name?
Yep.
Did we not proclaim things in your name? Did we not teach in your name? Did we not cast out demons in your name?
Yep.
Come on, bro. Like that.
So you not only knew Jesus, but you also did stuff in the name of Jesus.
Because you knew what his name carried. Yep. You knew the power in his name.
Yep.
And you were able to cast out demons. Like, his name carries that much power, dude. Like, that's a crazy thing. Is that someone can use his name
without the relationship.
Like, come on. Like, that's a thing. But they said, did we not cast out demons in your name? Mm-hmm. And do many mighty works in your name? Like, and so he's coming in and say, hey, did we not do all of these things? We knew of you. We knew what you kind of like had asked us to do, what you're asking other people to do.
We knew your authority. We knew your power.
We knew your power. We knew all these things about you. And we did some mighty things in your name because we knew, we thought, we heard the things, and so we walked it out.
So if we translate that where we're at right now, man, I grew up in church. I posted about Jesus. I got a Bible verse in my bio.
Come on.
I raised my hands when I worshiped. I was a pastor's kid.
I went on some mission trips. I didn't drink. I didn't have sex till I was married. I did all of these things. Yeah. Which, I mean, some of those things are mighty works, right? Like, not like, staying pure and, coming to church every week and committing yourself.
I served in church. I went to church camps. I went to mission trips.
Went to every mission trip, every summer
I got
camp.
the T-shirt.
Look, man, I did all those things. I didn't know Jesus. Like, I didn't know.
Dude, me too. I grew up.
I knew everything about. I knew how to answer all the questions about him.
Yeah.
But I didn't know him. And he says, look. So they come on this day and says, Lord, we did all these things in your name. Did we not? And Jesus turns to them, looks at them, and then I will declare to them, I never knew you. Mm. Like, I never knew you. And then, the inference there is like, hey, bro, if I don't know you, then you don't really know me.
Bro.
Or maybe you know of me, but you don't know me.
Just imagine that, like in the hot seat with Jesus, and you're like, Jesus, I did all this stuff. I had the Instagram verse. I showed up to church.
I got the checklist, man.
I got the resume.
I got the credential. It's like you're going into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, I got all the credentials, and they're like, bro, you didn't even.
Who are you?
You weren't even in the game.
I don't even know your name. Yeah.
Like you weren't even in the league. Like,
yeah.
You weren't. Dude, you didn't know me, man.
That's for sure. Like the scary. Every time I read that, that's like that could be me. Like, oh snap.
He's like, I never knew you. Depart from me. Get away from me. Like, we don't have that relationship, bro.
Yeah.
So I don't need you here. You workers or practicers of lawlessness, or in other translations, disobedience. Mm. He's like, bro, no, hold up. The great commandment is to love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, and your soul first.
Yeah.
Then to love your neighbor as yourself. Then to go make disciples. Yep. Then go do some work. And he's saying, hey, I need you to know me.
Yeah.
And I need your motive to be about me. I don't want you to know of me, but I want you to know me.
Yep.
And I think he finishes with the rest of the verse, because then it's the rest of his sermon. Like he kind of gut checks everybody. Like, hey, you guys have seen me do a lot of things.
Yeah, you fake.
Right?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Like, hey, like here's where I'm at. Like, I want you to know me. I want you to know God. I want your relationship. I want a relationship that you can come back to. And then he reiterates it with the story of like just the two houses, right? The two houses of one building on the sand, one building on the rock. The reality, both people hear the same truth.
You who hear these words of mine, both hear the same.
They both hear the same truth, decide to build and process it differently and build on different foundations. But then to both of them, storms come.
Yeah.
But there's only one, the one with the relationship.
House on
the one that knew, hey, my cornerstone is Jesus. That's who I come back to.
That's good.
I don't know of him. I know him.
Yeah.
And when that storm comes, I'm running to him, not the things that I think I know of somebody.
Yeah, that's good.
And he just reiterates it in that story, and he's like, look, this is it. Like, if you didn't get the rest of my Sermon on the Mount, it's at the end of it.
This is it, yeah.
If you don't get the rest of it, just remember this. It's not about knowing of me and what I can do and all those things, but it's about knowing me.
I mean, if you think it's still right, we're about to have. That's some English.
Right about to have.
But Easter's right around the corner, right? Jesus on the cross, the thief right next to him.
Right.
Talking about knowing who Jesus is. He was like, "Hey, bro, like I know who Jesus is, and we're having the same punishment, but you're the Son of God. Like, hey, remember me when you go."
Yeah.
And Jesus.
One of them acknowledged it.
Yeah.
And the other one knew of him, but it was selfish.
It was like, hey, let yourself down. If you are who they say you are, get yourself off this cross.
Just like those guys, right? Like, hey, we did all this stuff to get in. Like, we did all this stuff for myself. It wasn't because I love you. It wasn't the relationship thing. It was, I prophesied in your name and I cast out demons in your name. I did all these mighty works because it benefited me.
Yep. Instead
of, no, I do these things.
Well, that's why we're saved by faith. So nobody may boast.
Because of Jesus, right? Because I love him, because we have a relationship. Like, I'm doing these things because I love you, not because I know of you and what you can do for me.
Yep.
It's not a selfish motive. And like that is the thing. That's the two different people on the cross. Right?
Yeah.
Like the one guy was like, hey, I'm getting what I deserve.
Yep.
You're not. You are holy. You are God. And if it is in your heart, please remember me.
Yeah.
Right? And the other one was like, bro, I thought you were somebody.
I thought you were who this.
I thought you were powerful. Like, save us out of self-preservation, out of selfishness, and like that's just a different thing. So
that's deep.
So know Jesus. Don't just know of him.
Yeah.
Fight that.
The
fight
stats won't help you when you're face to face with Jesus. Knowing all the stats.
That Wikipedia that's saying, right? Like we can build like we know him, but it's all on saying because when that storm comes, knowing the stats don't matter.
Yeah.
Knowing the run sheet doesn't matter, but knowing him truly, knowing his being, having that relationship is where you can actually see the things that everybody knows of him in reality in your life.
That's good.
Because you're not resting on the fake stuff.
Yeah.
Like the stuff that everybody's like talking about, but you're resting on the real thing, the cornerstone that is Jesus, the relationship in your life for you. So don't know of him. Know him.
That's
and
good.
Build on that rock. Build on that foundation. So that was my thought, man. That was the thing.
That's a good thought.
Thinking about. I was like, bro, that's so good, especially in the day and age of like fake accounts and fake news,
fake everything.
Like,
everybody fake, or everybody thinks they're a Christian because of the stats,
or we think we know everybody.
Yeah,
bro, we will straight roast people we think we know.
Yeah,
like
I can roast Cam Newton all day long,
like,
but he don't care,
right? Like, what's this man wearing? Like, why is he showing up to games like this? Like, he's arrogant. Like, bro, I don't know Cam Newton.
He doesn't give a rip what I say. He don't know me.
I don't know him. I don't know him. That's not my place. Like, and if more of us, I think, just kind of maybe we took that posture, bro.
Grew up.
Like, we think we know everybody because of like YouTube videos and comments and interviews and sound clips of their life. Like, bro, no, it's different. It's different. Have a relationship with somebody.
Yeah, relationships are key.
Then make the call.
That's good. That's a good little nugget. That's a good little episode. Look, 24 episodes in, we're talking about something biblical now too.
God, we finally got in the Bible.
We're in the Bible. We got mic stands. We got a computer.
After 20, was this 25?
24, 25.
24, 25. After 20 episodes of relationships, we finally got to something you can actually don't just know of somebody. Know somebody.
That's right.
And his name is Jesus.
That applies to dating. Changes. I'm just kidding. We're not going to talk about dating.
Of course it is.
LOL. We'll run another one back. Well, cool. Appreciate you hopping on today, giving us your Bible nug. That's always good. You guys listening, if you are in the Carolina community, Carolina area, near Charlotte, near Carowinds, follow us on Instagram. Even if you're not near Carowinds, still follow us on Instagram at 3 Strands Group. We want to get you plugged into a community for you guys to come and hang out with us.
3 Strands.
3 Strands. Be about it. Like, subscribe, comment, do whatever you got to do to check out other episodes about some other Bible nugs. There's 24 of them. At least 2 of them are going to be pretty solid.
The Bible gets open on some of them.
Playing the stats, y'all. Just check out one of them. One of them will hit.
Spreading a wide net.
Peace out.
Wide net. Diversity.
That's it right there. Play the numbers.
Play the numbers game.
Volume equals accuracy.